Yeah, it's actually like, I don't know, that entire thing, just like gaming, like mindset, what makes you a competitive person, that's such like a
Your
good
goal.
subject. All those games younger, like Duck Duck Goose, like seriously or just for fun? Like when I played that, like I was competitive. Bro, my mental earlier, I got so mad when I found out we got second. Why'd you start streaming? That's a good question. Like Aspect helped me get on Sen. Aspect and Animal, they vouched me pretty hard.
Oh, you were
before I had accomplishments.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You guys know what I found out?
What?
So since I played on controller and keyboard and mouse, can I talk from both point of views?
Yes.
Like negative and positive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like obviously on controller it's a little bit harder to like build and hit your edits as fast, get out of situations. But I think people overhype mechanics in 2v2 fights. Like if you just jump in a box with an SMG and you just kill them.
Epic Whales hit with the mighty drum gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really in solos it might be a different story. You need to be a different breed to be like good at solos on controller. But if it's duos, like it's cheating pretty much.
Yeah. You don't miss a single SMG shot.
Yeah, like
that's what happened to me last game. This whole just W keyed me end game with a mighty drum gun.
Yeah, man, it's cheating pretty much. Like it's in solos, I get it. It's hard, right? You're on your own. In duos, if your teammate does everything for you and you just jump in boxes and win fights.
If you're a good controller player, like you see Wolfie's mechanics, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you get to that level, you should be the best in the game.
Exactly.
But then
controller players should be the best. I figured out.
What?
So, for you to be able to talk on a subject, like, like flaws and things that are overpowered, like on both inputs, you have to be like okay at them or decent on them, you know? Like I know I'm not that bad on controller. Like I definitely can be a lot worse, you know? Like,
yeah, you're not bad at all.
Like our first game had a 32 kill win on controller. Like,
I mean, you don't have to play controller. You see, like what happens, like when people play controller, right? Like, you watch Wolfies, Unknown, Soul, you know.
I guess you can say like watching it, but holy shit, I can't hear a thing. Well, like I guess to argue it or prove it yourself, you need to have at least have played on it or try it. Like,
so you're saying when people complain about controller and all the controller players reply, okay, then why don't you switch to it is right? Like why don't you go play it yourself?
Yeah, like if you're able to play on it and you can figure out, then you can finally talk on it, you know? Like,
alright, yeah, I guess.
Like I like this. I'm able to talk about controller and I'm reading my chat and it's not just people thinking I'm shit talking it, you know? Like I'm just giving an unbiased side from both. Now the one thing I've noticed, scroll wheel reset is really not that important on controller. The one thing that's an issue though is like, you know when you edit a top right in a box and you like have to pull out your wall and then scroll wheel to reset it? On controller that's hard. You have to press your wall bind, the reset button, then confirm. Like everything else is pretty simple. It's like a 2-button process. That's the only hard part.
You're saying when you don't see that wall?
Yeah. That's the hardest part. But like everything else, you can easily get it down. So if you complain about that, like you're just not mechanically good enough.
Yeah, but controller players, like the gas it.
Well, the thing is, the majority of the controller players aren't like top tier best players. Cause like that just hasn't happened yet. But like once that's a thing, I feel like everyone will be able to talk about it unbiased. Everything on controller, like they still need aim assist, don't get me wrong, like controller needs aim assist, but
it's too strong.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Like I shouldn't be able to jump in a box behind me and hit every shot with my drum gun.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that should be a thing.
Control players would miss their shotgun shot, pull out their SMG, and then you'll hit them with your shotgun. What does is kill you, because it's so broken.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Like mechanics from PC and then you go to controller, it definitely converts. Oh man, I'm just dead like that. Oh wow, he's actually dead. What can make you competitive? Sports can help with that, right? Like making you want to win, right?
Yeah.
At a young age. Things that can
head, man.
Things that can make you competitive at a young age. I'm thinking sports can do a lot. So do you think someone that played sports when they were younger has an advantage over someone who hasn't? Mindset wise?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
You would have to go into sports with a good mindset, competitive, want to win. Like tomorrow will be based on my mindset. So
Like,
I think tomorrow will be
let's say for example, what if Kenneth had like the best mindset in the world? Like it could have been a different story with him, you know? Like,
yeah.
he knows that too. Like, his mindset held him back.
Dwight felt during Worlds, his mindset.
Yeah. Siblings have a big role in being competitive. Might be true. Like maybe you want to be better than your sibling. Like yeah.
Between me and Mikey.
Maybe to be like your parents' favorite, you're competitive with your like sibling. I don't know. At a young age, maybe you think that way. It's definitely a lot about your lifestyle, though. Environment you grow up in, how you were raised, yeah. Maybe it's just a whole lot of everything. Maybe it's just everything.
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's definitely everything.
It's a whole bunch of
Genetics, how you were raised, what you did when you grew up, sports and games you played.
Like in tag, you know, you'll play tag.
Yeah.
Duck, duck, goose, you gotta have a strategy.
Like, do you think people played like all those games younger, like Duck Duck Goose, like seriously or just for fun? Like when I played that, I was competitive.
100%.
Like
when I played tag, I was the
win.
fastest, man.
Nobody could catch me.
Keys.
No,
Come on.
nobody.
Keys, come on.
Money has a lot to do with motivation. Is that true? Motivation in what way? Like what, it pushes you to do something more than other? Like
World Cup got announced. I've never felt motivated before in my life before.
Like more motivated?
Like with the they said if you qualify you get 50K guaranteed or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
okay,
money definitely does have a lot.
It was like time to make sure I 100% qual.
Yeah, it's actually like, I don't know, that entire thing, just like gaming, like mindset, what makes you a competitive person, that's such like a good
Your goal.
subject.
You have to have a goal.
Yeah, creating goals
What's
for
your
yourself
goal?
helps, you know, like. I'm like on controller right now, I feel like I'm just hitting my shots.
It's the sense,
Such a
man.
good subject. It's human nature to be competitive, yeah.
Like in tag, you had to come up with a strategy. Like if you were it, you would focus the fat kid because he was slow.
Not all people are competitive. I guess like everyone has different drives or different things they want to accomplish. Like it's weird to think though. Like as someone that's competitive, like I think I'm a competitive person. Like I don't know how to see it from the other standpoint. Like, could you imagine yourself not caring about like winning something?
Bro, like yeah, I care about like, bro. Me and Sax were trolling the whole time. We saw, and then like we realized we were third, and then we were like just locked on. We were like, okay, let's win. Boom.
Like, bro, my mental earlier, I got so mad when I found out we got second. Like that, I don't know. Like
yeah, I was like, all I wanted was first. I was like,
we make sure we get first.
Yeah, I was telling Sax like we have to get first. Like I'm not gonna be happy with this. You just gotta have that competitive mindset and want to be the best.
Yeah, like I feel like that has a lot with your drive too. Wanting to be the best and like always win. Maybe that makes you perform better, you know?
100%.
There's so many other factors too. Like if you're on higher ping, maybe that doesn't motivate you as much to play the game. Like maybe maybe it makes you think you're at a disadvantage from other people and it just doesn't make you grind.
Oh my god, if I was on a high ping, I would definitely feel unmotivated.
Like held back, 100%. Like what can you do about it, you know?
100%.
Fortnite being so ping reliant ruins the game so much.
Isn't that every game? Like isn't every game ping reliant? Like you can't really control it.
I guess,
right?
But some games it can be a little bit more. Like compare higher ping on, let's see. Like, what's another competitive game?
League of Legends, I don't think ping matters that much actually.
Like it might to get that one like move off that kills your opponent when you're at the same HP, but they have lower ping, like maybe that. Like it doesn't occur as much in situations. Rather like in Fortnite, ping is in every single fight you take, you know? Like,
yeah. Like, it's crazy. Fortnite made so many people move. Like, even at a young age. Like,
yeah,
like what other game has done that?
yeah, like,
it's crazy.
and it was also hard to see like top pros way back in the, like, not back in the day. I think during World Cup quals, like top pros on higher ping. Like, you didn't really see that because that was the W key meta.
Exactly.
It was like a lot ping reliant, wall replacing and shit, you know? I mean, I play on 60 ping and it motivates me more to prove people that I can do it with high ping. Yeah, like that's what drives you, you know?
And then there's people that don't feel motivated and be like, what's the point?
They just give up. Yeah, and that's your drive. Like, that's what puts you over them in the
Above others.
competitive nature, I guess. Why'd you start streaming? That's a good question. I actually don't know why I started streaming. I guess like when Fortnite first came out, or dude, I don't even know. Why did I start streaming? I think it just looked fun.
I just started streaming because I wanted to become a streamer.
Like, yeah, before, like, I always did like YouTube vids and shit. I used to post shit on YouTube, but like being able to stream and have people watch you, I feel like that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's something I enjoy doing.
I always wanted to do something like that.
You think the time that Corona will give kids will result in more pro players? Nah. I don't think people are just
They're gonna get better.
I mean, I think some people are gonna get better, yeah, because they have more time, but like, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference. Like, obviously, there's people that are already pro players that were like in school, public school, and were doing well. They're definitely gonna improve.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah.
My biggest improvement point was when I was in school, and then when I went to like summer. I improved so much when I had free time. Like, when you're able to just grind the game, man, and not focus on anything else, I think that's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
When you're 100% focused on one thing, like, it's almost impossible not to improve. I feel like that's another big thing that, like, I don't know, that hurts some people, why they can't improve when they're focused on multiple things. Like, it's just hard, man.
Yeah.
Being the best at something, you need to be like 100% focused on it. At least that's how I see it. 100% improve. When you're a pro player, like, I know you don't VOD review, but I'm just thinking, like, if you did VOD review, you'd probably improve a lot.
Yeah.
Like, in duos, at least. Not mechanical skill or anything, but like...
When I VOD reviewed, like, I did in World, I like learned a lot from the person that I watched a lot was Savage and Benji, and like from the duos, and Savage and solos.
Yeah, they had you guys, yeah. Kind of had this play style.
Yeah, we like literally copied it. And I just copied how Savage played solos, honestly.
Yeah. Like, right now, it'd be a good time to sign players because FNCS is coming up. So maybe that's what orgs are looking for. They want to see who the good duos are right now.
Thanks.
So yeah, so I mean, maybe you post that thingy, like draw up everything you've accomplished and be like, tweets and dashes appreciated or whatever. Like,
Do you think those are necessary and help?
if it's from an org player directly, it helps because orgs go to their players a lot of the time with recruiting. They ask the players a lot of the time. So if you have good connections with players, there's a good chance you'll get signed.
You're saying that we makes players send it to their orgs?
Not really, but so what happens, like in org, like the people might DM you and be like, hey, have you noticed anyone that's like coming out of the blue or doing really good recently that isn't signed? And like we give them like our suggestions. Like I've said a good amount of people before. Like Aspect helped me get on Sen. Aspect and Animal, they vouched me pretty hard.
Oh, you were
before I had accomplishments.
Sen is lucky they listened to Animal and Aspect.
Yeah, so also having a team captain on like a org does a lot.
Yeah.
But like they've asked me, we helped High Sky and Zypha get signed to Sen also. No, like we were just giving suggestions and shit. So I don't know, having good connections with players that are on orgs helps a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only ever been on Sen, but it's like pretty sure it's kind of how everything else does. All the other orgs do it as well.
100%.
Sen best org. Also, to get signed, orgs don't really care as much about placements as they do about content. Orgs are always gonna prioritize, I feel like, content over like placements. Like you still have to be good at the game, but like if you're doing content, so if there's 2 players and one of them does content and the other one like doesn't, say the one that doesn't do content is a little bit better than the player that does do content, they're gonna pick up the one that does do content.
Yeah.
So it gives you a big advantage over others, and they look at that like pretty huge. So I don't know, if you started streaming, like, I mean, you do stream already, and if you stream consistently though, like that would look really good. Posting on YouTube helps also. Seeing that you're just like expanding out with your socials and like,
yeah, the only
people see that the Wi-Fi and Cloud are placing, like he's gonna get picked up instantly. Because his YouTube does really well. Imagine he posted consistently.
And those YouTube, Twitch, and everything does really well.
Yeah, like, you know.
He's placing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Just all it takes is probably like with the Wi-Fi and like, you know, it probably just takes a vouch from like their players or they DM their people.
I'm surprised Eno didn't get picked up yet.
Yeah, he probably will soon.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys.